Hey, it's Michelle coming to you with some kitchen inspiration. I'm making another fast, simple dinner tonight that I think you guys are going to love, and it's great for those busy fall sports nights. So again, I'm using my brand new deep covered baker in this beautiful matte white finish. It's really nice. I like it. It's very pretty. I love my deep covered baker. I have 150 recipes that go in it. This is a brand new one that just came out for the season, so I thought I would try it and do it along with you guys. Hot ham and cheese sliders, it's called. So the first thing I did was I grabbed a 1 cup prep bowl, and I'm gonna put in 3 tablespoons of butter and then pop that in the microwave. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm gonna pop that in the microwave and get that. All right, there we go. Okay, so next thing I need to do is I'm gonna grab these rolls. You're supposed to use classic dinner rolls, but I had trouble finding those in my store today. Not something I ever eat, so I might have been looking in the wrong place. But I decided to get these little brioche rolls that said they were good for sliders. So that's what I decided to do. I'm grabbing my bread knife from my forged cutlery set out of my block right here. And these aren't cut, I was just making sure because I wasn't sure. When you do sliders, always leave them attached to each other. Makes your life so much easier when you go to do everything. Okay, so just gonna give them a nice little cut. Cut them in half. I didn't buy a lot because there's only 2 of us eating dinner here tonight. Okay. Let's see. Is my butter melt? I think so. 45 seconds. So I have to add some stuff to this. I'm going to put in brown sugar. I'm looking at this new recipe. It's in the new Season's Best. If you want to host your own party, you can get anything you want 60% off, including this deep covered baker. And I will send you a Season's Best just for being a host with me. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Oh, teaspoons. Okay, there we go. Got my adjustable measuring spoons here. They come in a set of 2, teaspoon, tablespoon. So we're gonna use a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. It's not easy to do, get it out of the jar. These are cool because they slide. I'll drop that in the sink. And 2 teaspoons of our rosemary herb seasoning. This is a really good seasoning. I use it a lot in the fall. It's great for roasts. It's awesome for turkey and chicken, just anything like that. It's my middle daughter's favorite seasoning. She uses it on a lot of stuff. All right, so 2 teaspoons of that and 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. Always shake that first because it settles. Okay, 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire. All right, now I'm gonna use my mini whisk. This is my mini stainless steel whisk. I've had it for years and years and years, probably 12 years. It still looks brand new. It's not rusted. My large size stainless whisk I have one that's 25 years old and the other one's about 20 years old because they redesigned it after a while. But I mean, they last forever. It's such a great tool. This bowl's a little too small. I should have used the 2 cup prep bowls. You know, the prep bowls come in 1 cup, 2 cup, and 3 cup. This is definitely a little too small for this process. So it's making it a little hard, but I didn't read those directions well, I guess. It just says in a small microwave bowl. To me, this is a small bowl, but I guess they meant a little bit bigger than this. Okay, that smells really good. All right, pull that out. Tastes good too. All right. Get my Chef silicone basting brush. I love these because they're silicone. This is another thing that's been in my kitchen probably 20 years. It's still in perfect shape. All right, so now I'm gonna take half of this, pour it in the bottom here, and spread it along the bottom. It's gonna make this food so good. Might actually not follow the instructions a little and brush a little around the sides because these rolls are I think a little bit thicker than normal ones, and might as well get the flavor all the way around, right? Okay, brush those in, and we're gonna take these dinner rolls, pop them in here. Let's see if they're all fit. I'm not sure they're all gonna fit. This one I cut really badly. That's okay. Let's see if we can squeeze them all in. Oh, there we go. Just kind of push them in, okay? Push them right in there. Said you might have to trim them to get them in. I didn't have to trim them. I just kind of squished them a little. I think it's perfectly fine. All right, so now I'm gonna take, I have a package of honey ham. So just use whatever kind of ham you like. It is supposed to be, just says thinly sliced cooked ham. I like the sweeter ham, so I always like the honey ham. But we use whatever kind you like. I'm gonna put these in here. This is very, very simple food. I love simple food for a weeknight. I don't have to run my kids around to sports anymore because they're all older. At least not until we go to Maryland for football games this weekend. But I'm not driving kids around like I used to be. But let me tell you, I had 4 kids and they were all in sports and in music and in scouts and in dance. And we were in everything in town. So we were running all around all the time. So I totally understand the sports mom dilemma of how do you get food on the table quickly that everybody can eat, and some of them can eat in the car on the way to sports practice. So this is a great recipe for that. The recipe I did last night, and go ahead and go back and watch it. The can't talk. What's it called? The macaroni and cheese. My family loves that. We've been making it for years and years and years. And I took my old baker, my old deep covered baker, which was gray, and offered it to my 23-year-old who said, yeah, I need a macaroni and cheese pan. So she was super happy to get the macaroni and cheese pan. You could probably just take this ham out and not be quite as specific as I am. I'm kind of laying it neatly, but you could do it without laying it neatly. You could just throw it on there. I also like the ham a little bit thick on the sandwiches, so I'm adding a little bit extra. So that's completely up to you how you want to do it, but I decided I have all this ham, might as well put it in the sandwiches. All right, then the next thing we're going to put on here is some Gouda. Okay, I love Gouda. Let me just wash my hands. I like regular Gouda, I like smoked Gouda. I mean, there's not very many cheeses that I don't like. I kind of like every cheese. Oh, P.S. One of the things I did before I got on here with you guys is I preheated my oven to 400 degrees. Okay, so I forgot to tell you that. All right, now we're gonna take some sliced Gouda cheese. This is not smoked Gouda, it's just regular Gouda. And put this, whoops, it's got little pieces of paper in between it. I'm gonna just put 2 pieces on each sandwich. Forget it. I'm not gonna work that hard. There we go. Okay, now all I'm doing, oh, I need to put some pickles on. Okay, so this is where it gets tricky because I don't have pickles. I thought I had pickles in my closet, in my refrigerator, and then I remembered after I got home from the store that my husband ate them all. So what I do have is cornichons, which are little mini pickles. So we use whatever kind of pickles you like. I happen to really like these little ones. They're not perfect for a sandwich like this, so we're gonna improvise. I'll show you what we're gonna do. The recipe calls for dill pickles, so, but use whatever you like. That's always my attitude. If I don't like something that's in a recipe, I just replace it with something I do like. All right, so I'm grabbing my food chopper, right? Hit it, the more you hit it, the better it works. Since these aren't sliced pickles, thought this was a good way to do this, right? So I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle them over my sandwich so you get the flavor. And I was thinking about slicing them, and I'm like, why would I work that hard? They're so tiny. I just chop them up, slap them on here. They're perfect. All right. So I have to keep washing my hands, but I'm good at making a mess. Put these back on, put the lids, the tops on. And I'm gonna take the rest of this brown sugar, butter, Dijon mustard, rosemary herb seasoning, and brush them over the tops in here. And then I'm going to leave this uncovered, so I'm not going to use the lid. So, because people always look at this thing and think, oh, what do I make that goes a lid? You don't always have to use the lid. You can leave the lid off, okay? Because you can just use it like a standard baker, like you're making baked ziti, and you know you want to just put it in the oven. You can make your baked ziti in here. It's going to hold the same amount that a 9x13 baker holds. It's just going to be deeper and not as, you know, it's not as long and wide, but it's deeper, so it has the same capacity. All right, here we go. I'm gonna pop this in the oven, and I'm gonna cook it for 12 minutes. Oh, actually, I'm gonna put the lid on, and I'm gonna cook it for 12 minutes. Then I'm gonna open the oven and take the lid off and cook it for 5 to 7 more minutes until the tops are lightly browned and the cheese is melted. And that's it. That's the whole recipe. Super easy. You could switch it up and play with any kind of ingredients you want. If you don't like ham, use turkey, use roast beef, whatever you feel like. But if you want to get this deep covered baker, which I said I have probably 200 recipes now. It used to be 150, but we've come up with so many more recipes to go with this, and so many of them are for quick dinners that are delicious and made with real food. Let me know, and I'm happy to get that for you half price, or when you host a party, or if you host your party in September, 60% off, 60. So that's a great deal. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. Thanks for joining me.